seen the fitting conditions of Copleson's road theory perfectly, until Ralph Collier pieces together more details of the attack.
At that point, a video was brought to our attention of an oceanic white-tip shark being fed by Dive Master.
The Egyptian video is still being used as evidence and is unavailable, but the situation wasn't unique. Cameras filmed different divers feeding sharks in a similar way.
The diver held bait in his hand. The shark bit down on the bait and swam behind the diver, at which point the diver reached behind him, pulled out of a fanny pack another dead fish. It was at that point that I also noticed that the shark had a nick out of its upper lobe of its tail in the caudal. It was the same shark.
It's the same technique animal trainers use, positive reinforcement, training creatures to repeat certain acts by rewarding them with a treat.
The divers had trained the shark to associate food with a human being. When the people put out their hand to defend themselves, the shark had been fed before with that type of movement. It did what it usually does, and that's open its mouth and close it. And it ended up severing the hands off of several of the victims. It then removed a portion of the buttocks, which represented the location where the spare bait had been kept by divers.
Collier believes the killer white-tip, with a nick in his fin, could still be stalking these beaches. His investigation reveals a perfect storm of possible causes. Overfishing in the Red Sea depletes the shark's normal food supply, while the protected sea life around the reefs draws hungry sharks closer to the shore than usual. And feeding them by hand actually trained this shark to associate humans with food.
So there were a series of events, kind of like dominoes. You push the first one and eventually they all fall, culminating in these attacks.
The psycho killer shark in Jaws, based on Victor Copleson's road theory, probably doesn't exist. And yet, in rare cases, we've seen sharks target humans. It's human interaction, creating a new breed of road.
Although Copleson's theory, in large part, has been disproven by science, there are some aspects of it that we could say in the case of the Sharm el-Sheikh attacks came true. That is, you had a shark that was habituated to humans, that was actually feeding on humans. Unfortunately, it was the humans that caused the shark to react that way.
Happy Shark Week. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that sharks are 85% muscle, as opposed to just 40% for humans? Unless, of course, you're talking about that Hugh Jackman. I mean, that guy. Whew. I think I need a cool down. Here. destruction? Are you kidding me? Pull over! That light was dead red. Damn! Really? I thought it was yellow.
Come on, you sure you didn't see yellow, buddy?
I got some free gear that says that was definitely yellow. So why don't we turn down the attitude?
Turn up the volume.
This is Ed. And this is Ed's monthly nut. Ed recently won the Toyota, so he automatically got Toyota Care. 2 years complimentary scheduled maintenance, including 2 years of oil changes, fluid checks, system inspections, and roadside assistance. All included, which truck Ed's not considering. Like your smaller nut, Ed?
I do.
We'll never stop sharing our memories. Or getting lost in a good book. We'll always cook dinner and cheer for our favorite team. We'll still go to meetings, make home movies, and learn new things. But how we do all this will never be the same.
Brace yourself for the big, bold taste of a Subway barbecue pulled pork sub. Tender, succulent, slow-cooked pork with...
Luxury can be a sedative or a stimulant. Infinity inspired performance. Visit the Infinity Limited Engagement Summer Event. Our inventory selection is outstanding. The best offers all season are now available. The Infinity G25 sedan for $319 with a 1.9% APR on all 2011 models.
A few keystrokes and a couple clicks. That's all it takes to become an organ donor. 90 seconds of typing could change someone's life forever. The power to save a life is literally in your hands.
So a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster, get a kit, make a plan, be informed. Visit ready.gov.
This Tuesday, it's Sailing Tuesday at Movie Maze Plaza. Watch Chronicle Live and Giants pregame run live. Plus, arrive early and receive this exclusive Giants roll pregame koozie. Sailing Tuesday, Tuesday at 5 at Movie Maze Plaza. Giants baseball on Comcast Sports in the Bay Area is brought to you by AT&T and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Your San Francisco Giants return to the Bay Area after a 2-4 road trip and look to get back in the win column. An NL West showdown kicks off tonight. The Giants set to play Game 1 of a 3-game series against their division rival, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Welcome back. I'm Amy Gutierrez, and as the Giants embark